What is up, guys? Arm here today, and today I have for you a video where we're going to be talking about Baleful or Seraph weapon upgrade stages 1 through 12. So if you've been watching my videos, I put out the one on Raven versus Dawnforge and how to go Raven anyway, no matter what. But this video is for people that are lower geared that are upgrading their Baleful or Seraph weapon and wondering what is the best path for them to go ahead and upgrade their weapon. Don't want anyone feeling left out. So if I go to my Manage Equipment and search my equipment upgrade paths and head on down to the Seraph path over here, we can actually just go ahead and hide that right now. So we're looking at the Seraph path. Seraph and Baleful are the same thing. They're the same cost upgrades, just different effects on the weapons. So basically with the patch change this time around, what they did is they normalized the weapon costs on this entire tree the entire way up through stage 9 between void fragments and actual weapons. So if you go ahead and look at stages 1 through 9, it's going to cost you the same amount of materials essentially to go from 1 through 9 if you were to go the void fragment path, which I've discussed many times in my other videos as being the better path, or the weapon path. The only exception to this is on stages 6 to 7 of the upgrade path, and this is really weird. Upgrading 6 to 7 costs 5 less moonstones if you go the void fragment route versus the weapon route for the upgrade. So that 5 less moonstones versus 8 void fragments, I don't know if it's really worth it to you or not. I mean, if you have void fragments from Daily Dash saved up, you might as well use them up and save yourself some 5 moonstones because you're gonna need a lot of those later. But otherwise, yeah, it really doesn't matter which one you go, whether you go weapon or void fragment. Now, the other interesting thing that changed with this patch, and I have the patch notes open up right here, is that you no longer need to use brilliant keys to receive the weapon for your class from the chest. So basically all of the weapon chests all the way, I think this is all the way through Tiger Weapon, which is stage 11. I think it's stage 11's upgrade is, yeah, 10 to 11. So all of the weapon chests, you don't need to use brilliant keys anymore, so you're guaranteed your weapon whenever you open it. So what does that mean? It means basically just run your dungeons until you get a weapon chest, open the weapon chest, and move on to your next one. You're going to be getting up so many materials, it's going to be so much easier just to go that route, you know? 100%. So I would say at this point, really just farm the dungeons that you need to go for your weapon, that you need to upgrade your weapon. Get the materials while you're farming it, and then as soon as you get a weapon chest, you don't need to worry about anything else. You can just go ahead and upgrade to the next stage. Because the weapon chest guarantees your weapon, which is pretty cool. It's a nice little change to help people catch up, and that goes all the way up to Seraph or Baleful stage 11. I didn't see Xanos' weapon listed there, so you will need to farm Xanos' weapon and use a brilliant key to get that one. But the other ones, yeah, guys, you can just play through the game, play the regular dungeons that you're supposed to be playing, and progress relatively quickly. Honestly, the items here that you need are pretty reduced in cost. They reduced the actual cost of these materials a little bit as well. A couple moonstones, a couple soul stones, a couple Elysians. A little bit cheaper, nothing too crazy, but it's definitely it's really cool that they made this so much easier. So once again, just to summarize here, if you're on the Baleful or Seraph path, I recommend just farming the dungeons you need to farm for your weapon, because all you've got to do is get the weapon box. It's much easier than farming peaches to get void fragments, to trade in for void fragments that I was saying to do before. That was only better because of how much cost reduction you got in materials. Now that the cost reduction is normalized between the two systems, it's the same basically. You really go ahead and just run the dungeons, play through the game like you're supposed to be playing through the game. Don't try and shortcut it because it's going to take you about the same amount of time. Only exception is stage 6 to 7. Go the void fragment route if you have lots of void fragments saved up, because you'll save 5 moonstone crystals. Other than that though, guys, stages 1 through 12, that's what you got to do. Use your weapon upgrade path now, except for 6 to 7. Anyway, I hope you find this video useful if you're a newer player trying to figure out which path you should upgrade your weapon. Once again, to select a path, since a lot of people ask this question, if you go to your Manage Equipment thing, since I'm on Raven, it's not here, but if you go to either one of the paths here, so if you go to like, if you want to do Void Fragment or Weapon, you could click in this area right here on the screen, and you'll be able to select what material you want to use. So for example, it'd either be a weapon picture or a Void Fragment picture. Just click on the Void Fragment picture to use the Void Fragment path, click on the Weapon picture to make the weapon path. Super simple, guys. Anyway, I hope you found the video useful. I hope it helps a newer player figure out what they're supposed to be doing. If you did like the video, make sure to leave a like, and check out some of the other videos on the channel, guys. Thanks for watching. Peace.